Yo guys, what is happening? Welcome back once again to another video on the channel, and today guys I want to talk about a video which a few of you guys made me aware of, a Jim Sterling video. Now I've watched a few of his videos in the past, however I tend not to watch him because, well, I just think that he makes mountains out of molehills, to be honest. You know, very big channel, very popular channel. A lot of the time the content on his channel is pretty good, but anyway, today we're going to be talking about the video he made which was about the Division and the politics in the Division 2 video game. So he titles his video "The Exploitation of Apolitical Politics." Now that is currently sitting at around 72% like to dislike ratio. So considering his fanboys who are just going to like every video, they're going to pretty much like everything he does. So 72% like to dislike ratio on a channel, or sorry, a video of that nature, is very, very low, to be honest with you. So basically guys, right, I'm going to cut it short. I've watched the full 18-minute video. There's literally nothing in his video which I kind of agree with. Now, number one, right, why should games have any kind of a political stance in them? At the end of the day, it's fiction. It's not real life. It's a video game. Okay, you've got here people like Jim, who is clearly, on the left side of politics. That's pretty obvious watching this video, for somebody like myself who, doesn't watch every video he does. He comes out and he's basically saying, okay, there was this interview done by Eurogamer, and basically Eurogamer were trying to bait him, this developer, into, siding one way or the other. And let's look at politics when they have been in video games. Battlefield 5, they got heavily involved in politics in that game. It upset a lot of people because regardless of what you do, doesn't matter if you're left or you're right side of the political scale of things, if you take a side, you are going to upset people, and ultimately video game companies, developers, publishers, whatever, they're all in it to make money. So they want to try to stay as central as they can. They don't even want to have politics in the game. It's just people like Jim Sterling here, who is trying to perceive, the kind of political side of the Division 2, and basically all I see here is in this video what Jim did is that he's getting pretty woke because the Division won't take one side or the other. I think he's really woke, but then he's criticizing the game for not taking sides, and then Jim isn't saying what side the game should take. He's being very hypocritical in his video. Like I say, I don't watch him that much, but because I like the Division 2, I was kind of, curious, why the hell, should politics be in any video game? Now, he goes on to say, well, there's been a civil war. Tom Clancy's, well-renowned, in the majority of his early work being far right. That is what Jim said in his video. I don't know if that's true or not, but nonetheless, regardless of, what Tom Clancy was himself, this is an adaptation of some of his work. The Division 2 is a video game. It's fiction. It's not real life. Okay, oh look, there's been a civil war in America. Oh look, we could, put that to one side of the political scale of things, but nonetheless, it's a video game. Video games are for people to have fun. From my point of view, yes, okay, in the real world, there may be, things what have certain political messages to them. However, do I care if my video game has got a political message? Not really. I'm playing it to have fun. Video games are, out there to have fun. They're to entertain people. Yet Jim is kind of creating something which doesn't need to be created. The only reason Jim did that video is because he is triggered and extremely woke because the Division 2 won't, go to the left or go to the right. Jim is pretty upset in the video. He's getting quite clearly very annoyed. You can tell by his voice. We don't need politics in video games. Video games are there to have fun. Jim is literally getting himself woked up because he wanted the Division to basically side one way or the other. Jim is kind of trying to stand out for things like freedom of speech and all that shit. Yet the developers and the team at the Division 2 have also got their right to basically withhold their political views. It's a video game. Video games are out to make money. So if they stay as central as they can, which they have done, They've avoided answering questions, which they are well within their own rights to do so. They want to stay central because then they are not going to piss anybody off. They'll get loads of sales, and basically the Division 2 has been a success. You know, as much as Jim, he made 3 or 4 videos, you know, slating the Division 2. Obviously, he's got some sort of a hidden agenda where somebody has obviously upset him somewhere in Ubisoft land or, you know, Massive land. You know, Jim, your video didn't need to be made. I know there's a few other big YouTubers bashing you for this, you know. Basically, Jim, he's mad that the Division 2 will not get political. He's obviously seen something political in the video game himself, which he interprets to be political. But, you know, it's a video game. He's looking too far into it. Obviously, he just wants to make a video to get people woked on the internet. We know how mainstream media works now. You know, the more kind of an aggressive news story you get, which divides, you know, people 50-50, may it be the left side of the political scale, the right side, you know, maybe you don't like a video game and the other people, well, the other side like the video game. You know, if you make a video like that, which is going to get a lot of hate and get people angry, that it's going to get you views and it's going to make you money. You know, BBC, Sky News, I'm sure some of the American news channels out there, they don't really report news anymore. They report on stuff what's going to get people upset and angry because it's going to get them clicks and make them money. And that is pretty much what Jim has done with his video, the exploitation of apolitical politics. You know, the guy is obviously, you know, intelligent. He's got a great YouTube channel, great lot of effort goes into his videos. But Jim, you've got this totally wrong. You know, video games are there to have fun. You know, they're not there to kind of make any political stance. The Division 2 is a great game. I'm having a lot of fun playing it. Jim, I don't know why you've made this video because it's really a video what they need making. All I'm going to come to the conclusion here is that basically you are triggered, woke, whatever the cool word is these days, that they will not make a stance either way on the political side of things, you know, and I don't blame them for doing it. Like I said, Battlefield, look how much of a shit tip that game turned into, and that was because they took a clear side on the political scale of things, and it went totally wrong. They went full-on social justice warrior, you know, and I think Jim, he's getting himself triggered with with this video game when there's nothing to be triggered about. Thank you for watching, guys. I'm sorry the video's not as good as, obviously, you know, videos what Jim does. You know, Jim's a full-time YouTuber. I've just had a little baby boy, you know, I've got a lot of time taken up on that. But yeah, I just thought I'd give you my 2 cents on the video. So thank you for watching, everybody. If you've enjoyed him, leave a like. I don't know when my next video will be. Hopefully, you know, my son stops shitting himself every 10 minutes so I can get a bit of free time. Thanks for watching, guys. Love you all. Goodbye for now.